All right, Libra or Libra cross watcher, this message is for you guys. So basically what I'm getting before I started this video has something to do with an individual's confidence, and it's completely shot to hell, I'll tell you that. Especially if this is a masculine, which is a really big deal. Once a masculine's energy or their confidence is shot to hell, it's very hard to rebuild that. You know, imagine what it's like for a feminine and then amplify it for a masculine, you know, because they're like, it depends on where you are in the world and how, I guess, a masculine is raised and the people in their environment and who raised them and who programmed them and shit like that, you know. But here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking there's a masculine energy here. This could be you. I could be picking up on you watching this video that may or may not even realize it about themselves, but something or someone along the way has really, I'm not blaming another person. I'm not blaming your family. If this is another person, I'm not blaming their family. I'm not blaming that one awful lover they had who just ruined them. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just saying there were contributing factors to what has caused a masculine energy to lose their confidence. Maybe they were told they had a small little wanker. Maybe they were told that they were balding on top. Maybe they were, I don't know. But maybe they were told they were too short or they couldn't fuck. I don't know what somebody did. Maybe they were lied to all the time or cheated on all the time, or maybe their mother or father also always told them they'd never amount to anything, or maybe they were constantly enabled. I don't know. But it's something major has happened to a masculine to where it's kind of stunted their growth in a way, or it's stunted their belief and faith in themselves. And this could be a grown-ass man now, or a grown-ass masculine. We'll say it like that. It doesn't have to be a man, but this is someone who's grown. They're in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Like, I think 30s to 50. Doesn't have to be. It's just what I'm feeling. Feels like that age range. But just genuinely, like, not a confident individual at all. Cocky? Possibly. Cocky is very different than confident. Cocky does not mean confident at all. In fact, it can be the opposite. Right? So this is a masculine who could possibly be cocky, not for all of them, but for some of them, yes, okay, this masculine could be cocky. Could have a moment where they may know it all, they may know everything, but deep down, guys, this is a big old teddy bear. This is a cuddly little teddy bear. This is a ooey gooey little teddy bear on the inside. A very strong individual who has a lot of potential, but they have just, along the way in this life, they've been bled dry, really, and they haven't really recovered, and maybe they don't realize that they need to. I don't think this is a masculine who's sought out any type of help. Not really, not with their honest heart. If they even have, it could have been just because they had to. It was like court ordered, or because it was, you know, someone begged them to do it or pushed them to do it, but it didn't really mean anything to them, you know, because their heart wasn't in it. This is someone who they could benefit from some type of counseling, or they could benefit from some type of self-love and self-help and really working on themselves. But I don't think it's a bad person. When I think of a bad person, if you guys are new here, I talk about this sometimes. I think of a bad person, it's just my opinion, as like a chomo. To me, that's a fucking bad person. Otherwise, we all do bad shit. You know, we're all not great people at times, and we all do awful things that we just wish we didn't do, and we hurt people. And we hurt ourselves. You know, there's only like really one type of person that really I think is a fucking piece of shit, and that's a chomo. But aside from that, or harming of that type of individual, these type of innocent individuals in any way, is a fucked up person. But aside from that, I don't feel that from this individual. I feel like this is a good person. This is just someone who doesn't realize their own value, especially if it is a man. Even if they come off like they do, they really don't. They feel inadequate. They may feel like they're not even good enough for a feminine here. It doesn't even have to be a female, but they don't feel like they're good enough for somebody that they have their eyes on. And so what they've done is they have either ruined the connection completely with a feminine that maybe they felt like they didn't deserve her, or they didn't try. Like they just held back. They let fear get in the way. They let their inadequate thinking get in the way. They let their fear of being inadequate get in the way. Fear, 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 fear. All I hear is fear, 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 fear. Inadequacy, the belief of being inadequate. I'm going to write that down. They truly believe. I'm going to say believed. Past tense. They were inadequate. I don't know. Maybe this is someone, like, let's say this is a connection where there was not a relationship. It was just kind of like a crush. Maybe this was a masculine who was hoping the feminine would make a move. Maybe they were used to that, those type of feminines that would do that usually, and then they met like a very confident feminine who attracts instead of chases. And so this feminine may have returned the feelings or the attraction, but was, just kind of like, hey, I would like the masculine to court me, to pursue me, to tell me how they feel. And maybe dropped little hints and signs, but definitely nothing chasey or needy or codependent-y. And maybe this masculine picked up on these signs, but decided they weren't going to really do anything out of fear. That's all it was. There were lots of reasons and excuses, but you want to slice it and dice it, it all goes down to fear. And now this masculine is like, well, I am going to do something, even if it's small, even if they have to reach out as a friend, even if they have to make some sort of dumb-ass excuse to reconnect, to make sure the spark is still there, or to like get her, I'm hearing her, to get her attention back, or this feminine's attention back or something, to make sure she's still tuned into him and hasn't moved on or hasn't found interest and favor in somebody else, something like that. It's like, maybe even this is someone who's like, I decided I was going to, let her know the next time I saw her, but I didn't see her again. She stopped coming around or something, and it's like, well, yeah. I mean, because she felt like you didn't give a shit. She stopped showing up. She stopped logging on. She stopped answering the calls, or she stopped coming around. I thought I would see her again. And it's like, well, you probably should have said something. That's what I'm getting. Now, listen, if this was a relationship, this is a masculine who could be thinking, I thought that she would forgive me every time. I thought that she would take me back every time. I thought that she would, I don't know what I thought. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck I thought. I don't know what I thought. Apparently, I wasn't thinking. It's like they're harder on themselves than they come off, okay? This is a masculine who is harder on themselves than they appear. And if this is not romantic, let me twist it a little before we get off here. 235. This could be someone who took someone for granted, or just kind of just something like that, right? In a family situation, who's like, well, I didn't realize they'd ever, not want to come around anymore, not want to come around for Christmas or holidays, or answer the phone when I call. And it's like, why would they? You don't ever try to have a relationship with them. You don't, you treat them like they don't even matter. Like, why would they? This could be someone's mother and father, or stepmother, stepfather, whoever, like family, or even siblings taking up for another sibling and just saying, hey, why would they want to come around? Why would they want a relationship with this masculine energy when they haven't stepped up, when they haven't been around? Why would they? I mean, if they feel like you don't care, what are they supposed to do? Something like that. Now, I do believe here, let's go back to the singles here. I think the majority I'm picking up on are single. For those of you that are single, I mean, even whether you're the feminine or the masculine, whatever energy, the masculine is going to find a way to reconnect in their own time. Will it be too late? I don't know what too late means, and I'm talking to different people here, so I don't know. But I feel like you may be a little closed off, because you notice how I just closed off my body language. I think the feminine could end up being a little closed off, as in, I'm not giving you shit else. I have had deep conversations with you. I have really tried to open my heart to you. I really tried to show you that I'm interested, or I've shown you all outright that I love you, depending on, right? And I'm just getting a whole lot of nothing from you, and I'm tired of it. So I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Reminds me of like 10 things I hate about you, right? 10 things I hate to admit about you, and all of which are, I love you, or I do love you, I do still love you, or I am still interested, I do still care, I am still attracted, depending, right? And I hate to admit it, so I'm not admitting it. You're gonna have to admit it. You're gonna have to come to me and make an effort, and if you can't do that without me having to beg for it, then I'll take it as a sign. I'll take it 13. I'll take it as a sign, as, you're just not interested. I feel like somebody is going to do something, though, guys. I don't know if I feel like it's going to be really small, though. It's going to be like, hey, buddy, old pal, or, you know, hey, buddy, old pal, or, hey, you want to go to a concert? You want to do something on spring, you know, or I don't know. It feels very minuscule. What's minuscule? Minuscule definition.
Here's the definition of minuscule. Extremely small, tiny.
Yeah, it's extremely small and tiny. Not that, but something is. Something's extremely small and tiny. I don't know. It's just like a small little gesture. It's like maybe I'm seeing like comedy clubs. Someone may just be like, hey, or you just want to sit here and watch this. It could even be if someone don't want to just outright ask someone to go out with them or something. If like the next time someone hangs out at the same spot, either someone asks them to come back over, or maybe someone comes and hangs out somewhere. It could be in public, may not, I don't know where, right? But then you have someone who's just like, hey, look at this on my phone. Look at this funny video I want to show you. And so the feminine leans in, right? And she's looking at the phone and she's kind of watching whatever the fucking nonsense excuse to get closer to her, right? So she gets closer and then he kind of like looks at her and he's like, where you been? And it's like, where have I been? Really, that's how you want to approach me? Right, like that's the vibe I'm getting from it, right? But it's like that type of shit. Like it's small, but it's enough. But then that's to me is fucking around. That to me is fucking around. Stop trying to be smooth. Stop trying to have swag. Stop trying to do any of that shit. You know what I mean? Step up and fucking pursue and vigorously, right? Any feminines out there would like that? Any feminines out there would want somebody to just pursue vigorously? Just fucking go all in. Just go for it. Go for it. Because if you not go for it, others will. Lest ye be last, ye shall be first, or I shan't give in. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave this here. If we need a bonus, we'll get a bonus. I like it. It's kind of interesting. It's fun. I can see this whole like little tug of war, but you know, eventually that gets toxic and old. Sometimes we just want to be swept up and carried through the fucking doorway. You know what I mean? Otherwise, what are you doing, bruh? What are you fucking doing? I'm gonna need you to make a move. Suck that ass. Shake your ass. Watch yourself. Shake your ass. Show me what you're working with. Show me what you're working with. And if you're not working with anything here, move to the side. I'm not working with anything either then. I'm not even gonna side eye you again. You better walk around and stand in front of this way. My neck is staying this way. Alright guys, I hope you have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.